Multiplying and dividing, scientific notation. So we are at number 3. Yesterday we started learning this. By hand, we are going to, let me use the microphone because I don't want to yell. We are going to multiply in your calculator 2.32 times the number 4. Go ahead, think 9.28. And what do we do to the exponents when we're multiplying like bases? We add them. Now be careful and make sure you are using the proper buttons because these are negative numbers. So in your calculator, to add these exponents, you're going to type the number 6 and then the negative sign, which is below the number 3. Okay, so 6 negative, which is below the negative 3, plus 5 and then the negative sign. So that you get negative 11. But you should also know, you could do that in your head, negative 6 plus negative 5 is negative 11. They're the same sign, so we add the numbers together. Now, so we have 9.28 times 10 to the negative 11th power. Is 9.23 in the proper form? Yes, because it is between 1 and 10. What that means is you cannot have 2 digits in front of the decimal. You cannot have 2 digits in front of the decimal. So as long as it stays to 1 digit, you're good to go. All right. In the calculator, you would type in 2.32, use the EE button, and then negative 6, so you hit 6 and then the negative sign, times 4, EE button, negative 5, or 5 negative. And what do you get when you do that? 9.28. And it gives you the negative 11 as an exponent, okay? So you would just have to add that times 10 to the exponent. Questions on that problem? What? Which part? All of it. All right, for number 4, we're going to multiply 3.48 times 9.8. What do we get? 104. And then we add the 3 plus the 4, and we get times 10 to the 7th power. But there are 2 digits in front of the decimal. 34 is larger than 9, so we have to add a decimal place. So I'm going to move it over one more time, and I'm going to add an exponent. So if we have to add a decimal, we have to add an exponent. So then that gives me 3.4104 times 10 to the 8th power. If you are going to use the calculator, you would take 3.48 EE 3 times 9.8 EE 4. And what does that give you? Does it give you the scientific notation answer, or does it give you the long number? Okay, so it's going to give you all right, now this button I did not show you yesterday, so everybody look this up. Go ahead and plug this in. Go ahead and plug this in. So that you get the standard form number. Now, does everybody see that above the number 5, there is an SCI in green? There is an SCI in green. Okay, if it's in green, that means you have to hit the green button first. So once you have the standard form long number, hit second and the number 5. It puts it in scientific notation. Okay? So the second, number 5, puts it in the scientific notation and tells you what your exponent is going to be. Okay? Questions? Okay. So for the division problems, you're first going to divide the constants, or divide your decimals. So for number 7, we are going to divide our 7.1 divided by 8.2. In your calculators, you're going to divide 7.1 divided by 8.2, and what do you get? Okay, and I'm just going to write 2 decimal places, but is this a rational or an irrational number? Irrational, right? Because it's an infinite non-repeating decimal. All right, I'm only going to write 2 decimal places, though. Times 10, what do I do with these exponents when I'm dividing my bases? Subtracting, so 6 minus 1 is 5. So, is 0.86 in proper scientific notation? No. So I have to take away a decimal. If I take away a decimal, I have to take away an exponent. So I'm taking away the decimal so that it becomes 8.6. Times 10, I have to take away an exponent to the 4th power. Okay? If you're doing it in the calculator, you would say 7.1 EE6 divided by 8.2 EE1, and then you would put it in scientific notation using the second number 5 button so that we get this answer. Any questions? Number 8, divide your decimals first. 5.4 divided by 3.4. Okay, go ahead. Okay, and then we're going to have times 10. And what do I do to these exponents? Subtract the exponents. That's a -1. Subtracting -1 is a -2. Is my decimal in proper scientific notation form? Yes, then we are done.